Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. Now I'm sure as a lot of you may know, AM and JP are working on a new video sharing website called NeoVid, along with Pedophile Vendor and the original owner of VidBit. Now in this video I have quite a few updates about NeoVid, and I'm just gonna make it blunt here real quickly. Not many of them are good. Actually, none of them are good, because NeoVid at this stage is no more. So in this video, all of these updates come from AM. I asked him on Discord if there were any recent updates on NeoVid, and I also have been looking at the VidBit Future Discord, which is now called the Flow Community. Remember that name, by the way, because I will get back to that in a second. So on Discord, I asked him if there were any recent updates on NeoVid, and he replied with this. He said, "I'm still developing. The exact NeoVid staff is hating each other, which has led to a split between Pedophile Vendor and JP. VistaFan is also working on a successor to VidBit Future, as he now owns the VidBit Future domain. The projects are kind of a mess right now, but I'm kind of doing my own thing." So after that, we messaged a couple more times, and then I asked him, do you plan on getting any new staff, or will it just be you from now on? And AM said this: "I'm unfortunately not able to discuss the project I'm working on. I'm not the owner of it, so if I say anything I could be fired, but I'm not working for Zipcast." So after he messaged me that, I decided that I would make that the last question. I had a few more questions I was going to ask him, but I decided to make this next one the last question out of respect. I asked him, who owns NeoVid now? And AM replied with this. He said NeoVid is still in the hands of JP. So it seemed like NeoVid was still there from those messages, but after looking on the Flow community and looking at everything that was being said, like between JP and AM and the rest of the community, it seems like NeoVid is no more. So of course, from what you heard in that one message, sort of this main five, like the staff is what I sort of like to call the main five, I guess. The main five people in the staff were AM, JP, the original owner of VidBit, Pedophile Vendor, and VistaFan. And apparently, as it was explained in that one message, the entire staff had a big fight, and all of them decided to go their own separate ways. VistaFan now owns the VidBit Future domain and is planning to do something with it, whereas AM and JP have something a little bit different. They are now developing a video sharing website called Flow. Now, this whole Flow thing is a little bit confusing, so please, I ask you very, very kindly, please listen up, because I really don't want to have to explain this in the comment section of this video. So with Flow, I'm going to explain this sort of in two sections. The first section is going to be staff, and the second section is going to be the site, or the project rather, itself. So we're going to start off here with section 1, the staff. Of course, like AM said in the message, referencing back to the message again, all of the staff broke up and went their separate ways. And now currently it is just AM and JP once again. And at this stage, JP is the boss and AM is the employee. While AM and JP may have created the idea together, ultimately, from all the messages and all of the recent posts, it does seem like JP is the boss and AM is the employee. As for this company that they have created, apparently right now, at least within the next few days rather, they're actually going to be bought out by a smaller company. It's not going to be anything like Google or Zipcast or like, you know, Disney or anything like that. A small company has contacted them, and AM and JP's project may be bought out by them. Now, I know that sounds a little bit scary, but while they may have been bought out, the company that is buying them out is still going to give them full control of the project. All this company is really there to do is give them some extra funding and kind of make sure that this project doesn't go under. Now onto the project itself, and here's where it gets really confusing. There are two things currently mentioned for this project. There's Flow and Flow TV. So with this, Flow is the video sharing website, so let that be known. Flow is the video sharing website, Flow TV is the TV box. I'll talk about Flow TV in a second, but as for the Flow video sharing website, it currently looks like right now that maybe AM and JP are developing the website together. Kind of looks like JP will be the main developer of the website portion of it. Here's where the employee boss thing comes in. It is very, very confusing, and I myself don't really know how to explain this. Basically, with Flow, seems like JP is the boss and the main developer of Flow, whereas Flow TV, it looks like, is AM's sort of thing. It's AM's side of the project. So of course we have Flow, the video sharing website. You know, it's like every other video sharing website. I don't really have to explain it too much. Flow is just regular old video sharing website developed by JP. Flow TV is a TV box, actually. It sort of is like, the only way I can really describe Flow TV is like a mix of Roku and the PlayStation 4 menu, and its name is exactly what it sounds like. It is a TV box like Roku with the PlayStation 4 menu as its software, or at least it seems like it'll be because of what AM has uploaded on his channel about the Flow TV menu. Looks like it's going to be sort of like a Roku box with a PlayStation 4 menu. Pretty self-explanatory. You can watch TV on it. I know I explained that in a very confusing way, but that, ladies and gentlemen, is AM and JP's new project called Flow. And that's really all there is to say about this new project. All of the staff just, I guess, agreed that they could not work together and just went their own separate ways. I know it's kind of blunt, but there's really no other way to explain it. When you have that many people working on one project and everybody else on that project wants to go a different route than the other person, it's just not gonna work. And I think somewhere down the road they all realized that and decided that it was just better they all go their own separate ways. And of course, despite all the drama that went on behind the scenes to make 5 people on a staff completely break away from each other, VistaFan, AM, JP, and Pedophile Vendor are all still good friends, and of course VistaFan and Pedophile Vendor are still a big part in the Flow community. They're still giving a lot of ideas, and overall still helping AM and JP with the new Flow project. But yeah, that's all there really is to it. AM and JP are developing Flow, VistaFan wants to continue VidBit Future, and Pedophile Vendor and the owner of VidBit Future are kinda just doing their own thing. But anyway, that'll be about it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe to become a crafting lord. This is Crafting Lord 21, and I'll see you guys in the next video.